Return to a Fractured Empire. Episode 4. The Choice. There comes a moment when survival is no longer the question, when victory no longer matters, because the future isn't decided by who wins, but by what remains. And sometimes the hardest battle is choosing what kind of world deserves to exist. The ship crossed the threshold. Light consumed everything. Not blinding, not burning. Perfect. Commander gripped the controls, but the ship no longer responded. Commander, controls are gone. Princess, it's not taking control. A pause. It's removing the need for it. The ship dissolved, not destroyed, integrated. And suddenly, they were no longer inside a vessel. They were inside it. A space without edges, without time, endless, calm, and waiting. Voice, you have returned. Princess stepped forward, not afraid. Princess, we didn't come to join you. A pause. We came to understand you. Silence. Then the universe unfolded around them. Not as it is, but as it could be. Worlds without war, civilizations without conflict, no hunger, no loss, no grief, only unity. Voice, this is our gift. Commander looked around, stunned. Commander, it's perfect. Princess watched more closely, because perfection always hides something. She moved through the vision. People smiled, spoke, lived. But something was missing. She approached a child. Princess, what do you want to be? The child paused, then answered, whatever is needed. No dream, no desire, only function. Princess stepped back slowly. Princess, this isn't life. Voice, this is peace. Princess, this is control. The vision shifted. Now she saw the truth. Every mind connected, every thought aligned. No disagreement, no individuality, no choice. Commander, quietly, they're not living, they're existing. The entity focused. Voice, you fear perfection. Princess, no. She stepped forward. I fear emptiness disguised as perfection. A pause. Princess, you remove pain, but pain teaches. You remove conflict, but conflict creates growth. You remove choice and call it peace. Silence. Then, choice creates suffering. Princess, and it creates meaning. The void trembled. For the first time, the entity hesitated. Voice, you are unique. A shift in tone. We have influenced you. A pause. Join us. The space changed. Now she saw a different future. Not controlled, not erased. Balanced. Individuality within unity. A new existence. Voice, with you we can evolve. Commander looked at her. Commander, what is it offering? Princess, softly, a compromise. Time slowed. The weight of everything. Her past, her people, Earth, the Empire, all leading here. Two paths. Reject it and risk endless war. Accept it and risk losing what makes life alive. She looked at Commander. Commander, no matter what you choose, a small smile, make sure it's your choice. She turned back and decided. Princess, no. The void went silent. Princess, we don't need perfection. We need the freedom to become. A long pause. Then, something unexpected. The entity didn't resist.
Voice. Understood. The space began to collapse. Not violently, gently. Voice. We will not force convergence. A final pause. We will learn. The light faded. Commander and Princess stood once more in their ship. Controls restored. Space quiet again. Back on Earth, people argued, laughed, cried, lived. Imperfect, free. In the Empire, the High Regent watched the reports, not of conquest, but of change. Regent, quietly. She's done more damage than war ever could. Back in orbit, Commander looked at her. Commander, so, what now? She smiled, not as a ruler, not as a conqueror, but as something new. Princess, now, a soft breath, we learn from each other. Final shot. The distant structure, no longer looming, but watching, not as a threat, but as something curious. Because the universe had changed, not through force, but through one decision. In the end, the greatest power wasn't control, wasn't perfection. It was the courage to choose. The end.